introduce it, like bringing us in. Oh, you already started? Yeah, we already going. Man, that bass player was funky.
Man, that was kind of groovy.
Doing his thing.
Man,
Kind of groovy.
what's up, y'all? Welcome to another
Cracking.
show, Sports and Mo.
What's the deal?
Yes, sir. It was a horrible week last week, but we're getting all of that. You know what I'm
That
saying?
Raiders won, so it was a good day for me.
You did good.
But the Raiders won, that's always a plus.
Well, yeah, you
I
know, for
feel
you.
I feel it. We got
What's
a
up,
dub, too.
man? What's up? What's up, Tez?
What's going on, man? Yeah, the Chiefs got the dub too, so I just had to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
had the over the seas game, but
Yeah.
we brought the dub back to Kansas City to the town, so it's all to the good.
And my boy Jeff in the house as usual. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? How's it doing?
What's going on?
Man, it's cold. It's cold up here, man.
Y'all ain't down in the 30s yet, are you?
Nah, we was last night
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it's probably
Oh.
like 40, 50.
We was definitely down there last night in the 30s. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna do that.
it's cold. Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, we all in here, man. We about to bring y'all another edition of Sports and Mo. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to the Mo yet, but we gonna get to the sports.
we gonna get to them sports.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was we got a little awesome week coming up. I guess we could start with that Thursday night game, man. It was the Bears and the Carolina Panthers. You know, the 1-6 Carolina. Was they 1-6 or 1-7 now? 1-6.
Yeah, one is
Horrible Carolina
Nah,
Panthers.
After that game, looked like they 1-8.
1-8. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm far behind. But anyway,
Week 10 this week.
yeah, week 10. Yeah. So the Chicago Bears, they got their game in Thursday night. These men, they gotta. I mean, I know it's kind of hard to pick at the beginning of the season,
right.
these primetime games, but I think that game should have been flexed. Like I was forced to watch that shit.
Right.
So
No, I hate when they
Thursday
be doing
night
them
games been good.
goofy
Yeah.
Thursday night games.
I mean, they are, but I guess they don't want the premium. I don't know. They're normally better than this. You know, that was a horrible show, and it was
I know
a
they
very
were
low.
saying the same thing last year that most of the Thursday night games were trash.
Yeah, the one
Yeah,
next
before
Thursday
that.
is gonna be nice. It's I think it's the
That's
Cincinnati
probably why they put
Bengals.
it on Prime.
Yeah,
So they ain't nobody trying to take no airtime for them games.
yeah. But
Right.
the next week game is gonna be fire though. It's the Baltimore Ravens and Cincinnati, I believe. So that's gonna
Okay.
be a good game. It's got playoff implications. So that's what I'll be looking at, man. This game right here don't look like neither team gonna make the playoffs, man. And it's a
Nah.
prime time game. I mean, no one really cares about it but the people in Carolina and maybe the people in Chicago, and they probably ain't even caring about it.
They probably ain't spending the money for them games.
I wouldn't. It was a very horrible game. It was
Yeah, those are just two coaches trying to keep their job.
yeah.
At this point, sounds like.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. It was a horrible game. Bryce Young, he was 21 for 38 with 185 yards. And they had a backup. I think Justin, what's his name?
Justin Fields.
Fields. Yeah, he's out. But he was worse than Bryce Young. You know, he was 20 for 33 with 162 yards. Could neither team really run the ball. D. Foreman got off a little bit. He had 80 yards and a touchdown on 21 carries. And Hubbard had 9 carries, 23 yards. It was just a horrible game. The receivers didn't show up. I actually had more. Uh, I think you dropped him.
Off from fantasy.
Yeah, because he went off one game. He had like 65 fantasy points in the game. I'm like,
Was that
you know,
week one?
nah, it was
It
like
was early
week.
though.
Yeah, it was early. It might be week 3 or 4.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm
still early.
saying? So he went off, and I'm like,
That's
man, I
when
picked him.
Justin was still in there.
Huh?
That's when Justin was still in there.
That's the man.
Right,
See, if
right.
it was my keeper league, because I think I got him in my keeper league too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just keep him on my keeper league because that, the quarterback situation could change. He could still go off.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm like, for the other league, I'm like, it ain't a keeper league, so I'm gonna just get the next best available.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was just horrible. That Thursday night, Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night games, they should be able to flex them. I mean, it's halfway,
Just the
midway
prime
through this.
time games, period.
Yeah, those are primetime games, and we halfway through the season, so you got time. You see what the teams are doing. They could have easily traded that game for. I know
They
it might
got a
be.
rule that every team has to have at least one primetime game. Is that a rule that the league has?
I don't think so, because there's been years. I'm pretty sure the Bears ain't had a primetime game. Like, I'm pretty sure it was years teams ain't had primetime games.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, but you look at it like
Even
Detroit.
Detroit, yeah,
They play every Thanksgiving, so
well,
that's pretty much a primetime game because it's Thursday. You know what I'm saying? So they get that every year. So I mean, it may be, but
yeah, I don't know.
But this
That's
was
something
horrible.
interesting though, for sure.
This was horrible. They need to NFL need to do, instead of having all these international games, which I understand they're trying to expand and grow the brand of the NFL, but this is not a way to do it. Not with a game like this.
Bezos would be happy to put some money back.
Right. Yeah. And then people paying for this because Prime is not free. So it's on Prime and people are paying for this. And this is what you're just throwing them anything. So, but anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So this says the Houston Texans, Atlanta Falcons, Arizona Cardinals, and Indianapolis Colts will not feature in the marquee whatever slot. Not even a Thursday night football game. Every other team has at least one primetime game. So not every team get a primetime game every year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they can adjust that because they know pretty much going in, or even if you base it off the previous season,
right,
like
or draft picks, or what I'm saying,
yeah,
just trades.
Yeah, don't y'all got to do NFL. Y'all got to do better than this. That we didn't deserve that. That was horrible. We had to watch that shit. But anyway, man, I guess we can go because man, we've been running long. We're supposed to keep it under an hour, but we've been going over. So we're gonna run through these. Y'all want to do I don't even want to talk about my picks last week. It was horrible.
I went 9-4, so
see how good it is. It's fun to mention how good you did when you
I went 9-4, just so everybody know that. So
went 500 last week.
You did what?
So I went 500 last week. If I'm looking at this right.
Yeah, you probably did. That was
Thursday night game. Is telling me I went 7-7.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Yeah, 500. That ain't bad at all.
I thought they'd have a better showing.
I won 5 games. We'll just leave it at that. Y'all can do the math.
The Rams game was just horrible. I didn't even know Stafford wasn't playing.
Bro, man, and I missed that one too. That was a horrible game. And I thought they would do a little bit better than that. I thought the Rams had a little bit more weapon wise, even with Stafford not being there.
Right.
I figured they had enough. I know that did the Williams come back, the running back? Was he back? I don't know. Let me see. I think Williams was back. If he wasn't, then they still had enough to be able to put up more than 3 points.
Definitely. So
that was horrible too. Did he start? No.
Who was Stafford's backup?
Ripken, something, Ripien or something.
Ripken.
Yeah, he used
I
to be
don't know.
with Washington a few years ago, right?
Yeah. So he didn't do much. He threw for 130 yards. So it was horrible. They didn't show up at all. So and they, if they lose this week, they're probably out of the playoff picture all the way, eliminated, like mathematically eliminated. Green Bay, they won, so they probably they gave themselves another week.
Mm,
I think
But
the
it's
Rams
get
are on the bye this week. I don't see them on the schedule.
oh,
yeah, the
okay.
Chiefs on the bye, the Eagles on the bye.
Miami is on the bye. So
I just think
You
it's
want to talk
awful
about this week?
convenient. We always seem to play the Chiefs when they're coming off their bye week.
right. And you know what Andy Reid do after the bye week. I don't know if that's any, I guess the numbers don't lie
That's
on
some
that. So
conspiracy shit right there, man.
hey, works for me.
Hey, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it does. 2 weeks to
I
prepare.
ain't mad.
Especially now we got a new coach and everything. Get you a little extra time to get ready.
Yeah, y'all look good though. I mean, maybe that's what they
I
needed,
I
man.
like the culture he bringing in. So yeah, I feel like I ain't gonna lie. Like with what he was talking about, having all them practice squad players be on the field. Like not a lot of coaches is gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, like he building something with that. Like that's dope. So I mean, even in college, like I mean, we had a coach that was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all help us practice, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could be down on the field with us, but y'all obviously ain't gonna dress out. Y'all ain't gonna
Right.
be acting the ass or nothing, but you know what I'm saying? So that is pretty dope because then that make them want to go harder for the team, you know what I'm saying, make us better. And you know what I'm saying? That's just dope.
And to make that even sound even better, for the Raiders, and this is a first for me. But since Pierce became y'all head coach, y'all are scoring 30 points a game.
That is true. We ain't scored that many points all year.
Yeah, so that's a bright spot, you know what I'm saying? And this always happens too. A team that's struggling always starts to catch a little flame, a little momentum when the Chiefs about to play them. It never fails.
No, right.
So
I ain't got nothing to do with last week for us.
I'm just trying to be
Like the cancer
optimistic.
was finally removed from the building so people could breathe again and
Yeah,
all that with the cigars after the game. Like,
right,
like
right.
exhale for real.
I mean, he
Yeah,
was a
they do
player.
this week now that the emotion is worn off a little bit.
Yeah, but again, you know what I'm saying? He was a player, so I guess he understands the locker room. One, and then two, I think that culture change might help the Raiders. I mean, I don't know about this, but y'all not eliminated from the playoffs. So y'all what?
Mathematically, we still in it. I mean, if
Yeah, y'all
we win tomorrow, we 5-5. So
yeah, right back to
yeah,
500 with
Yeah.
what at 7 weeks. So
so we
I
got
It's a
seen it.
long season. This second half of the season is a long season.
Yeah, I seen the Chiefs do it.
Did you already have y'all bye week?
nah, our bye week is week 13.
And
I
it's at a
mean, that's
good
kind of late,
time.
right? Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah,
So
but look how far it is into the
that's
season.
late. That's
Damn.
late
I
for
mean, we got the
sure.
Jets tomorrow, then we got the Chiefs, and I think we got Miami. So I mean, the
Damn.
schedule ain't gonna get any easier.
Yeah, we got a tough schedule
So
too.
still
So
got
yeah,
y'all. We got Denver one more time. We got the Chargers one more time. So
so
we'll see how that plays out.
let's start there since we're on the Raiders. Let's start there with the picks. The Raiders are is weird because they're at home and they're 1.5 point underdogs.
Which ain't surprising. With the
Yeah,
rookie quarterback and the Jets defense. So I'm sure that plays a role into that.
the
Even though
Jets
Jets
quarterback
defense.
is not playing.
The Jets defense is going. They're serious, but that offense with that quarterback is not going. No,
Yeah, and I hate to do this. I picked the Jets just because they're slight favorites, and I'm like, woo, I don't want to pick the Raiders. And because just me being a Chiefs fan, but the Raiders probably should win this game, like pretty easy. Uh, I want the Raiders to lose just to keep space in between us
Right.
and
I
any
feel it.
team in AFC. So just for that reason. But if I'm picking without my heart, the Raiders should win this game because I don't even think the Jets quarterback is gone. He probably ain't. He'll make it out of the year, but he probably won't even be a backup next year.
Yeah.
So
You got to go to the XFL.
yeah, so he probably won't even be in the league.
I definitely picked the Raiders though, just because. I mean, at least for the +1.5, I picked that. I definitely think they should win this game, but like I said, the Jets defense is like it is kind of crazy. They got a lot of pieces over there, and they all know, what I'm saying, how to make it work
And they're 4-4. Like so,
with a bad quarterback.
yeah, they're not out of it by any means. So that's going to be an interesting game, man. Just because like neither team is out of it. The Raiders got a new lease on life, so to speak. So
Mhm.
it's a lot. It's a lot going on. Devontae might want to stick around. He sees some change happening. Everybody's gonna play hard for a player's coach. So
Right.
um, I think I'm still gonna pick the Jets because I have to.
Just because of your bias.
Yeah, my bias, just my bias. But I think the Raiders should win.
I'm going for the record. So
And then another thing, the point thing kind of gets with me. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't score half a point. So you got to win by 2 points. So
Yep.
I don't know. That's gonna be ugly. That's a tough game to pick, man. But
Mhm.
I'm gonna stay with the Jets.
Yeah,
I'm sure you.
I
Yep, you got
think
the
as long as
Raiders.
you can keep Brees Hall in check, I think we should win that game.
Yeah, you got the
It's
score.
saying
Do I got the score?
Mm-hmm.
I'll say 21-13, 17-13, somewhere in that range. I don't think anybody will score over 21 points.
I can see that for sure. I don't see the Jets scoring over 21 unless it's all defensive touchdowns. But I mean, the ESPN's predicting the 56% for the Jets and 44, for the
Do they
for the
got an
Raiders.
over under on the score?
Uh, Not that I see on here, but I'm sure they got it on. Oh yeah, it's 36 over under 36.5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting week. We
That's
don't
a
have
Sunday
any
night
game.
game.
Yep, that's the Sunday night.
Yeah.
Yep.
At least it's a good game.
That will be a good.
It's a good
It's
game
gonna be a
because
defensive game.
yeah, it's a good game because it's two teams that still got something to play for. Like it ain't like the Thursday night game. They pretty much like them two teams is, they're hanging on by a thread.
Right, but
So
when they did the schedule, it was supposed to be Aaron Rodgers against Jimmy Garoppolo, which
well, yeah,
neither
you're
one of
right.
them playing. So
Yeah,
a little
that's an
different.
interesting. That's an interesting point. Yeah. We can go down some of these. Y'all just want to run through the picks, or y'all want to go through talk
I
about some
wanted
of
to talk to y'all about the Cowboys and Giants. I'm curious how y'all picked that one.
this week? Is that this week's game?
Yeah, and the Cowboys are favored by 16.5.
Oh, I went with the Giants. I remember now since you talked, and that's why I went with the Giants. I went with the Giants because I believe 17 points. That's disrespectful.
That is a lot.
Yeah, I went with
Like,
the Giants for that reason. Now, on paper, the Cowboys should blow the Giants out.
I
Based
know.
on last week's performance, we don't know who's going to be the Giants quarterback. But like you said, that's 17 points now, and I think and it's a division game, so I think it's be close. So I picked the
yeah,
Giants for that reason too.
I,
Even though I think the Cowboys win.
yeah,
It's a stretch, but I definitely picked the Cowboys. Like I don't know the Jets. I mean the Giants are yeah,
I like Dayball as a coach.
they going through some things.
Yeah, they good. They definitely going through some things. ESPN got 89.8% that the Cowboys win. And the Cowboys
Sheesh.
on paper, like you said, should win this game. It
Yeah,
should be,
easily.
yeah, but 17 points. Man, I think the Giants, that's like bulletin board material for any team. Like, man,
Yeah.
don't nobody believe in this, man. I think they're gonna make it a lot closer than that. So for that reason, I picked the New York Football Giants just cause 17 points. That's just a lot.
Yeah, they last 5 games. I mean, they lost 30-6 to the Raiders. Then they lost in overtime to the Giants, 13-10. You know, a 14-7 win against Washington, 14-9 loss against the Bills, and then a 31-16 loss to the Dolphins. So I don't know, 16 points might be kind of put, you know what I'm saying? That might be
Yeah, that
kind of a
might be
lot.
in range. I mean, but look, they held the Giants. Well, it's not hard to hold them.
Right.
Eh,
Washington got a decent offense.
the Raiders put up 30 on them.
The Raiders put up 30, and Miami put up 30.
Buffalo.
Buffalo only put up 14. And then that Miami loss, they did score 16. So it ain't like they lost by 30.
I don't want to pick the Cowboys, man. Want to pick the
Hell, the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
God damn, we gotta hear this stuff all week, man. We them boys, man. You them boys is gonna win a few regular season games. I'm trying not to cuss, and then get to the playoffs and be done and won. So, but on paper, just to be honest, man, I think the Cowboys should win that game and fairly easy, 2 scores. But I just don't think they're gonna get to 17. They might, they just might. But I just think the Giants gonna have something to say about that. So I'm gonna go with the Giants on that, but I think Dallas will win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked Dallas on that.
Yep. So just you go down the list, man. Let's just go and do the picks. Let's go down. We did the
All right.
Raiders. We got the Raiders. I think Jay went with the Raiders. You went with who'd you go with?
I said the Raiders should win
Okay.
that.
Yep, I went the other way.
So
just
if we going down the list, we got the Texans and the Bengals. The Bengals is a 6.5 point favorite. Me personally, I just think the Texans can keep it within 6.5.
I actually
I'm not a fan of the Bengals right now. I got a couple fantasy players who, you know what I'm saying, they've been kind of getting under my skin. So I ain't got faith in them right now.
I went with the Texans because I think it's going to look. I think the Bengals might win this game. I just think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think. I think it's going to be like a 3-point game, not a 7-point game.
I agree.
So I went with
I think the Texans can win it.
Yeah, I think the Texans absolutely can win this game. But I went with the Bengals just because I just think it's going to be a lot closer. A lot of these games have been close. Like if you're a bad team, you've been getting beat bad. If you're a decent team, you've been, the scores have been a lot closer than what they are. Scoring is down across the league in the NFL anyway. So it's just not the Chiefs. It's just like the defense have caught up to what these offenses are doing. So now it's like it's swinging back to the defense. So, but just for that, I just think a lot of these games are going to be a lot closer. Did you Did you do the Colts Patriots?
Yeah,
hold on, Jeff. Who you got?
I went with Cincinnati. I just think they look like they starting to figure it out.
Yeah, it do look like that too.
So I think I went with Cincinnati to cover that spread.
Yeah, they are figuring it out. The only thing I'm scared of because I think Jamar Chase, he's questionable. He's got some type of tailbone injury, which he's probably going to play through. And then Tyler Boyd, I believe, is out. So they're gonna be a little bit limited on offense. Well, not much, but it's enough.
CJ Stroud ain't been looking bad this year.
Bro, he threw for 475 yards last week. That's like a rookie record. So
yeah, with the Tampa Bay didn't take that 10-second run off last week. I knew that was gonna come back and bite him.
Yeah, yep. So
14 touchdowns, 1 pick. And he got a nice young receiver who he been feeding to.
Collins.
No, the Tate.
Oh, okay.
Tank,
Yeah.
whatever his name is.
Yeah, I had Collins on my fantasy team. He was going to him a lot earlier in the year. He was looking good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different.
So y'all two got the Bengals. I went with the Texans.
No, I went with the Texans.
You went to Texans?
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff got
I know we won with the Bengals.
again. Bengals should win this game, man. But I just think it's gonna be a lot closer than that. I could be wrong. I've been wrong for the last couple of weeks. So we got the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots at home. They're 2.5-point dogs. So basically 3 points. I went with the Colts. Who you got?
Colts.
I went with the Colts. Clean sweep.
Okay, we're anonymous on the
I like
Colts.
the quarterback play better. I like the receivers better. You know what I'm saying?
And then they're talking about Belichick might not even be the coach next year. I think he's doing too much, man.
I think wasn't they talking about him in a trade deal?
Yeah, but Belichick, man, he has no personality. I mean, maybe in the locker room he does. I just think he's taking on too much, and the game is passing him by because you got too much to worry about. You know, all these draft picks that you're getting is on you. You know, it's you. Like there's no one else to point fingers at. You could say Matt Jones, you could say we're not doing this, but you're the head coach, you're the general manager. So all these decisions are on you. So the failure is on you as a head coach. So I think he need to let go of that GM title, you know, get a real GM in there so he can concentrate on the football operations and get that together. So, but until then, I don't believe in the Patriots. I think they are mathematically eliminated. They're 2-7. Definitely, if they lose this game, they can just start selling everything because it ain't gonna go to
Well,
way.
I did hear an article. I heard somebody say that if the Patriots lose this week, then I guess Kraft may be inclined to do something about Belichick before the season's over.
But it's crazy because he just gave him an extension. So,
What
which
that
is
mean?
weird. So maybe he'll keep him on as the head coach and then just bring in a GM or make
I don't
him the
know, let's move
GM and
to the
go.
front office and bring in a new coach, but
That's
you know,
possible. That's possible. But
let's
something's
see.
got to happen because this is like it's Tom Brady is just smiling somewhere like, man, I told you it wasn't him, it was me.
Because this
So
game is over in Europe too, right?
yep,
Colts Patriots game.
yep. I'm glad it's early in the morning. We ain't gotta watch that yet.
Sleep through it.
So we do not have to watch that. So let's go on. Let's move on to the New Orleans Saints and Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are at home. They are underdogs at home. Justin Jefferson is looking like he may be coming back. I went with the Saints. I just feel like the Saints are without Kirk Cousins playing in the game.
And we still
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
Josh didn't look bad last week for only being there like 2 days.
Yeah, he didn't look. You're right. He didn't look bad. I just feel like sometimes it's just like you don't have enough film on a person with a team to know what they're gonna do. So you're either gonna look really good or really bad, you know. And he just looked really good. So
Right.
I'm just going with the Saints, man, because it's more stability. I like their weapons. Kamara running the ball, you know, you got a few good wide receivers, Olave, you got Michael Thomas, you know, so I'm just going with the Saints on that one.
I definitely went with the Saints. I don't know. We still don't know if Justin Jefferson playing or not. So, I mean, they ain't got a quarterback or a receiver. It's just gonna be hard to win those games without two of your key starters. You know what I'm saying, of your offense.
Right.
It ain't like just having a running back to where, you know what I'm saying, he could just come in and fill in.
Right.
This is your number one receiver. So,
right.
Yeah, I went with
and
the
your
Saints,
starting quarterback.
You went with who? Saints?
Saints, yeah. I just
Another
like
sweep?
I would always think that their defense just put them over the top.
Yeah.
In these
Yeah.
games.
Yep. Another sweep. We got Green Bay and the Steelers. Steelers are at home. The Steelers are actually 3.5-point favorites. So looks like Vegas agrees that the Steelers at home. The Steelers, I don't know what to make of them. Because they're not putting up a whole lot of yards, really not scoring a whole lot of points.
They playing the same way the Jets are playing.
Defense.
Defense
always
don't turn the ball over on offense.
And that used to be kind of Belichick's like his little philosophy. Don't lose the game. Don't turn the ball over. Just don't cause us to lose the game and we'll get wins. So I guess that's what they're doing. Green Bay is struggling. Jordan Love starting to look like a backup. Nah, seriously, he's starting to look like a backup. You know, like he had a couple of good games where he looked like, well, damn, what was he sitting on the bench for? I know y'all had Aaron Rodgers, but y'all paying this guy. Y'all spent a nice draft pick on him. Y'all ain't got him in. You know, why is he not in the game? Now you're starting to see it. Like it's like the game is like it's too fast for him. It ain't slowed down yet. So, I need Green Bay to win. I actually picked Green Bay to win, but the Steelers probably should win this game just based off the quarterback play that's going on. But man, Kenny Pickett ain't a good quarterback either.
Yeah, but he I don't know. He been finding ways to get it. I don't know. I guess you're right.
Yeah, he ain't really a good quarterback either, man. And they not using like Pittsburgh. They're not using. I know why I went with Green Bay. Because the wide receiver, the young stud wide receiver they got, man, he done scrubbed all the Steelers stuff off his. Yeah, he done scrubbed his Instagram and all his social media's clean as Pittsburgh. He's talking like he wants out of there, so they're not getting him the ball enough. You know, it's always room in Kansas City. You know,
we need a number one.
We need one, and he looked like he's a stud. So that's why I went with. Because it looks like now Mike Tomlin is an excellent coach. No, you can't take nothing from from Tomlin. But I don't know if he's losing the locker room. Is this young guy distraction? Is it pulling the team? You know, one way or the other. It just seems kind of chaotic, and this game could go either way. You know, the Steelers probably should win this game, but I'm gonna go one more week going against the Steelers. One more week, just because the next week I'm gonna go against them again. But anyway, it's just my bias. We got this thing on Facebook, man. I'll be going back and forth with a couple of the homies and stuff. So, like, I can't pick their team, but I can be honest and be like, they should win this game, you know. But I'm picking against them.
Right.
Who you got?
I got Pittsburgh.
Who you got, Jay?
I went with Green Bay.
Yes.
Mainly because I think if the Steelers do win, I think they'll only win by. I think they'll cover the 3.5.
Yeah, they'll probably cover the 3.5, 4 points. But then again,
it's a 50-50 game.
That's why I say it's 50-50, man. That game could go either way, man.
Really
I'd win with the Green Bay Packers. Anyway, we got Tennessee Titans. We got Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both have identical records at 3-5. Tampa Bay is at home. They are underdogs by 1.5. I went with the home team, but this game literally can go either way. And I think this game gonna come down. I actually might change this pick, man, because I don't think they might not be able to do nothing with Derrick Henry. Even though, and then they switch quarterbacks, so sometimes that breathes new life into a team. So
yeah, but there's some tape on him now.
Yeah, that's true. So
right,
I'm going with the home team. I'm just going with Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who y'all got?
Yeah, I got Tampa too.
I went with the Titans because I don't know. I just feel like Derrick Henry, he been trying to step up lately. You know what I'm saying? He started out kind of rough. He had a couple good games, but he been having some rough games lately. Yeah. And I just feel like, you know, he's starting to figure it out, find himself. Like you said, it could be, you know what I'm saying, different now. They got a quarterback, but like you said, they got tape on them. So
yeah,
we're gonna see. I'm going with the Titans though. Just because of Derrick Henry, not even because of D-Hop.
Okay. Now this game right here was a hard one for me. Like I done went back and forth on this mug like 3 times this week. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. San Francisco is on the 3-game skid. Jacksonville is probably one of the hottest teams, if not the hottest team in the NFL right now. I think they're on a 6-game
I got you right now. As a matter of
winning
fact, I
streak.
can't tell you the 6 game, but they last 5 games they definitely won. They beat Pittsburgh 20-10, New Orleans 31-24, Indianapolis 37-20, Buffalo 25-20, and Atlanta 23-7. So they definitely
They
on a
hot.
roll.
They
They
hot.
definitely rolling right now.
And I don't understand. Peterson is a good coach to me. I don't understand why Philadelphia. I don't get it because they get a good coach and they don't like they stuck with Andy Reid a good while.
Yeah.
Peterson won them a Super Bowl and they cut ties with him. Sirianni got him to the Super Bowl. I feel like just it's a Philly thing. I feel like if Sirianni don't get him to the Super Bowl and win one this year, they're gonna look at him like Andy Reid and then ship another good coach out. Because Peterson got Jacksonville playing really well. They whole team, their offense, defense is looking good on really both sides of the ball, all levels actually. So I'm this was a hard game for me though. Like
Real quick, San Francisco's last 5 games, they lost to Cincinnati 31-17, lost to Minnesota 22-17, lost to Cleveland 19-17, then they beat Dallas 42-10, and then Arizona 35-16. So they ain't been playing no crazy tough teams that they've been losing to. So
who you
They
pick?
coming out their bye week this week, though, right? They were there bye
Yes.
week last week.
Yeah, they was on their bye and they healthy.
I
They
think
getting healthy.
Debo coming back.
And
I don't know
McCaffrey.
Trent Williams, I don't know if he's coming back.
He's supposed
Trent
to be
Williams is
back.
questionable right now. But
So he's questionable. So chances are he's playing. Questionable. If it's doubtful, they're out. Questionable, it's chance they're gonna be on the field. So Debo coming back, McCaffrey's back.
yeah, Debo or McCaffrey's not on their injury report right now.
Yeah, so they're playing. Man.
But Jacksonville got Zay Jones out, receiver, Darnell Thomas. They got a couple questionable people. So
I think I'm gonna settle on the 49ers winning just because Jacksonville's at home and they're 2.5 point underdogs, that's like I guess people really don't believe in Jacksonville right now. I don't know why. Because if they win, if they win tomorrow, they're tied with the Chiefs, even though we own the tiebreaker with the best record in AFC, which is 7-2. So they got a lot to play for. They still have a lot to play for. San Francisco's by no means out of it. So they have a lot to play for. This is gonna be a good game. I actually can't wait to see that one. It's a noon kickoff, so it's one of the first ones. Right now, I'm with the 49ers, but this one was hard for me, man. Who y'all got?
Yeah, I went with the 49ers. Mainly because they're healthy and coming off a bye week.
Yep.
So Shanahan had an extra week.
Yeah, and he's a good coach too. He's a
His
good
play
offense.
calling is sketchy at times.
Yeah.
In the games.
yep, exactly.
I
He be trying to use people like quarterbacks he know he ain't got that could do the things he want them to do.
yeah.
Which is why I'm going with Jacksonville. They gonna get up. They gonna go up on the score on Jacksonville. They might go up 2 scores on Jacksonville. And you know what he gonna do? He gonna start trying to throw the ball.
Probably.
And then
Yeah.
they gonna lose the game. So I'm going with
Screw
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Going with Jack. Even I think Jacksonville can win the game, but I'm definitely going for the +2.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what Chase Young look like out there too with them now.
Yeah, that's that is insane.
You might have
Yeah,
that
I forgot about that.
rejuvenated,
Great Washington did.
rejuvenation about himself. Plus, it's the contract year for him, so you want to get paid.
Yeah. So he gonna play hard.
It'll be interesting.
That's gonna be a good game. This is
We're gonna see
another
how
good
good
game.
they work together.
Another good game we got coming up is the Cleveland Browns
Mm.
and the Baltimore Ravens. That's a good game, man. What time? That's a noon game. Damn, I gotta have 2 TVs on. So I went with. I don't know why. Yeah, I know why. Damn, this is a hard game. This was another hard game.
I went with the Browns.
I went with the Browns, but I went back and forth too. Because Lamar's looking good. The offense of Baltimore is looking good. The defense
is looking good.
looking good.
Yeah.
So this is one of them games where I actually need the Browns to bring that defense I've been having all year and beat these boys. We need some leg room. You know,
AFC's looking nice.
the AFC always looks good. It's always hard. I don't understand what goes on in the NFC because it used to be. I remember the NFC used to dominate the NFL a lot. You know, you had the years with the Cowboys, you had the years with the 49ers. You know, you had those, and it was always there. You had them couple years where the Giants snuck in there, boom, boom, took a couple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
9
So
and 7.
yeah, so it always been like that, but the AFC always been dominant. It's just always been a
that's
better
crazy.
conference.
You look good right now. Like it.
But yeah, I went Browns. Who you got, Jeff?
Oh, Baltimore.
Ooh,
I
mean,
think the game is gonna lead them to the victory in that game.
yeah,
They can run the ball like they did last week.
they can run the ball and they play
defense. Back. And I forget the other guy's name. The veteran.
Is it Gus Edwards? No,
Gus Edwards. You talking about the running backs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gus Edwards, he's the one that, him and then the rookie. The rookie looked good last week.
The rookie receiver?
Nah, running back.
Running back.
Yeah.
So I went Baltimore.
Yeah, I went Brown. DT went Browns.
Yeah.
Oh,
Marlon Humphrey on the injury report.
I guess it was worth noting. Ooh, that's a big injury right there.
And then Marquise Goodwin, David Bell, they got a couple receivers out.
Mm. And it was worth noting that they are 5.5. So Vegas believes that Baltimore should win this game, like easy, not simple. Yeah, by a touchdown.
Baltimore's basically been putting up almost 30 points the last 5 games. They got 37-3 against Seattle, 31-24 against Arizona, 38-6 against Detroit, 24-16 against Tennessee, and then 17-10 against.
And then I know the Browns, man, they playing defense. They got to be top 5 at least in like points given up. So that's gonna be that's one of those top games, man, and I'm gonna be looking forward.
Oh, they already played too already. It looked like.
Yeah, they played, and Baltimore blew them out.
Okay, so yeah, this is okay.
But I'm not looking because they play each other twice a year.
Yeah, and it's hard to beat the team twice.
So I'm not, and then even if they do beat them, 5.5 points ain't bad. I can see it, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't think I just need the Browns to win, and I'm going with the Browns based off of their defense.
And Deshaun Watson's back, right?
Yeah, but he really ain't showed me nothing even when he was playing. So, but I guess he's an
that
upgrade.
Might make a difference.
Yeah,
because they gonna trust him with more of the offense.
Yeah, I see that.
To open it up a little bit more. So we ain't no telling what we gonna see.
Yeah. So we got the Battle of the Birds. Atlanta Falcons and Arizona Cardinals.
With Atlanta.
Cardinals at home. They are 1.5 point dogs. I went with the Falcons.
I went with Atlanta.
Yeah,
because they don't use hey, we got a clean sweep.
Even though Kyler's supposed to be back this week, right? That he's supposed to play.
Yeah, but I lost faith in Kyler a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't believe in him. They might not even stick with him after. They might be looking to trade him at some point.
And I don't know
because he's a cancer. You know what I'm saying? He's not getting along with. I think him and D-Hop wasn't getting along at one point. So I don't know. He has to show that he's a leader for them to stick with him. So we had a clean sweep with the Birds. We went with the Falcons. We got another. This ain't really a good game, but it's all right. It's got some
On paper,
It's
it
got-
should be good.
yeah, on paper it should be good, but I don't know about it, man. We got Detroit Lions, and then we got the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers are at home. They are 1.5 point dogs. Of course, I went with Detroit. With Detroit, they a scrappy team. You know, it's like they just a scrappy team, man, and they not out of it, man. They're
not
one
no
of the
pushovers.
yeah, they not no pushover, man. And they talking about this is one of the better teams in the NFL this year, and we're used to. It's not your daddy's Detroit Lions. These are, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your Wayne
These are the
Fonte,
yeah,
Detroit Lions.
yeah, man. He's the new and improved Detroit Lions, man. I just went with Detroit, man, because right now they just playing good football, man.
Yeah, I went with Detroit also.
Who
I
you
don't
got,
trust the
DT?
Chargers. You know,
You said what?
win 1 week and then lose the next 2 weeks, then win a week, then lose the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, they Josh Allen, just a roller coaster, up and down,
They-
up and down.
Yeah, the main reason I picked Detroit is because Detroit beat us, so obviously they got to beat the Chargers.
I'll give it up for that because I agree with that.
That's only right.
Oh man,
But
we
the
having fun, we
Chargers
having
is
fun.
59% right now to win on ESPN.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. Vegas don't even believe in
The
that.
over and under is 48.5. I think it's gonna be under that.
Yeah, we already went over the Dallas game. Let's go to Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks are 6.5 point favorites at home. I think the Seattle probably get it done, but I went with Washington because I think Eric Bieniemy, he's got a lot to prove, and I think he's running out of time to prove that. So he's got to get that team. They're trending in a not bad direction, but they need to, they're kind of like in the middle of the road and deciding on which way they want to go. So if he wants a shot at a head coaching job, I think he got to get this one done. He's got to get this game done. So I went for that reason. I just went with the Washington. I went with the upset. Who y'all got?
Yeah, I went with Seattle.
I can see that.
I did go with Seattle, but I don't know. That might be one I changed before the game start because I don't know. Washington, like one of those teams that like they not no pushover team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they not the best team, but I mean, you can't just go in there expecting, all right, it's Washington. Let's just go ahead and do what we do.
Yeah, it's scrappy.
Like, no, you gotta really play them. So, like, I don't know. I feel like if Seattle don't come ready to play, that's gonna be a good game. Like,
yeah, and then remember they lost a couple of they traded away a couple of defensive players,
right?
So,
But
so
I don't know.
I think Seattle will win. I'm just questioning about the point spread. That's the only thing I was picking Seattle if they'd actually win by 7 points.
Yep. So I might be safe there. I'm gonna stick with that pick, man. We already did the Jets and Raiders.
Y'all probably didn't pick the Monday night game then, did you?
I did. About to do right now.
I picked it.
Since you hate both of them teams.
I hate them both, and I didn't. I had to pick one just because I'm trying to make up some ground in this game. If I don't make it up, I'm just start heart picking. Next week, I'm just pick. All my picks is gonna be coming from here, all emotion. Right. So,
yeah.
but we have the hated rival Denver Broncos, and they're going up against the not so much of a rival for Kansas City, of course, the Buffalo Bills. Everybody wanted the Buffalo Bills to be the cream of the crop, and it just ain't panned out. And I think that window was closed to win that Super Bowl. I think Josh Allen is not an elite quarterback. I've been saying that for years. He's a good quarterback. He's not an elite quarterback. He's not even in the first. He's probably not even in the. He might be in the second tier, but he's definitely not in the first tier. But they are, again, 7.5 point favorites, which is essentially 8 points. I went with Buffalo. I didn't want to pick either one of these teams, but I went with Buffalo because I just think the Denver Broncos, they ain't got it all figured out yet. The head coach is Sean Payton he's a great head coach. I just don't think he has his stamp on the team yet. He don't have his players in line yet. So
That's it right there.
So I went with Buffalo.
I ran with Buffalo for sure.
You too, Jeff?
I went with Buffalo.
Way once again, we got another sweep.
By 8 points, but hopefully
you don't think it's an 8 point? Yeah.
Since I picked him, I hope it is, so I get credit for the victory. Correct pick, but
yeah,
different defense. You never know how he's gonna show up.
Yeah, and it's the same defense, but they don't look the same from a year ago. Like it's the same, basically the same players, and they regress somehow. I don't know what's going on.
Josh will have a better game this week than he had last week.
Yeah. Like that's roller coaster Allen, man. He's doing what the Chargers doing. He's one game he looks elite, and then the next game he is who he is.
Take it away.
Yeah, so yeah, I went with Buffalo because we had to pick somebody. Somebody got to win. It'd be great if they tie.
Hey, that's possible.
Hey, but guess what, man? Guess what we did? We kept it under an hour. We did it. And that wasn't a bad segment. We just did the picks this week, man. There's been a lot going on this week for me. So next week we'll probably have more content for y'all, more videos and all that stuff, man. All that, just some fun. We just on here having fun, sharing our ideas and thoughts on things. So, we appreciate y'all tuning in, everybody that tuned in. I'm sorry, next week I'll be able to read y'all comments on air, but I didn't have everything set up the way I was supposed to, so I didn't get to it. So y'all know I get to it after I go back and look at it, man. But we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Thanks for coming. You know what I'm saying? Come back next week. 3, we do this every Saturday. 4. We do this every Saturday. So y'all come back next Saturday. We might talk about your team. We might bring y'all on the air. We might let y'all call in, man, and call us on our stuff. We don't know. So just tune in, man. Thanks for coming in, man. So, Jeff, y'all got something?
Take care. Have a good one.
Yay. What about you, DT?
Hey, man, stay warm.
Please.
Good football. Missouri's about to go play Tennessee today. 2:30. So, if you're a Mizzou fan like me, go tap in with your boy. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about that game too. That's all I got. Stay up.
All right, man. With that, man, for Tez, Jeff, and myself, man, we are out. We see y'all next Saturday, man. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Peace.